Okay, so I'm going to make a new video for you just to practice more common denominators, but so you could see a few more examples. So the first one is going to be if I had the fraction 3/5 and the fraction 2/3. So eventually we'll start adding and subtracting these, but we're going to practice before we do that. So if you notice though, our denominators are different. So we're going to take them. So I have 5 and I have 3, and I'm going to list the factors of both. So I'm going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll see if that's enough. And then for 3, I can do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then I'm going to look for any in common. So I see just 15. So I'll circle the 15s, which is going to be the new denominator. So 3/5 is going to equal something with 15 in the bottom. And then I'm also going to have 2/3, which will equal something with 15 as the denominator. So now I just have to figure out what the numerator would be. So if I look, 5 times what gives me 15, which is 3. So if I multiply by 3 in the bottom, same thing on the top. 3 times 3 is 9. So this would be one of my answers. You must have 2 because there's 2 fractions. And then for 2/3, 3 times 5 gives me 15. And then 2 times 5 gives me 10. So your second number would be 10/15. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more examples. So the next one, let's say I have 8/10 and let's do 4/5, because some of you are confused by the ones where you really are only ending up changing one number. But if I look, 10 and 15 are different, so I'm going to find my least common multiple, or sorry, 10 and 5, not 15. So 10 and 5, so I'm just going to list the factors for both, or the multiples for both. So I would do 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I would do 5, 10, 15, 20, which I already know there was one, which is 10. So I'm going to set 8/10 to be equal to something with 10 in the denominator. Same with 4/5. This one's easy. 10 is already 10, so I'm just multiplying by 1. It's staying exactly the same. So I would have 8/10, and then 4/5. 5 times what gives me 10, which is 2. Do the same thing to the top, and I should get 8/10. So actually, these numbers were equivalent to start with. Okay, I'm going to do one last example. So I'm going to do 1, oops, that looks a little weird, 1/4 and 2/3. So 4 and 3 are different. So I'm going to do 4 and 3 to list my multiples. So I would start with 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, which I already saw which one was the least common. So for this problem, my LCM, or my least common multiple, would be 12, which means that's going to become my common denominator, so a denominator they have that's the same. So I would do 1/4 equals something over 12. Same thing with 2/3 equals something over 12. So 4 times what gives me 12, which is 3. So I'm going to multiply the top by 3. So I'd have 3/12. And then 3 times 4 gets me 12. So same thing to the top. 2 times 4 gives me 8. So I'd get 8/12.